Good evening, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. I'm gonna knock out this quick vlog and thought as I'm driving home. Today was an absolutely out of control busy day. I know I told you guys yesterday I was aiming for 400 today. I did slightly better. If no other tips come in, then I'm gonna finish strong at $476. At the time of this recording, it's 1:30, and I was in the car at 11:40 in the morning. And I had every intention of turning off the app and going home around 12:30. But my last three trips on one filter, I was trying to get to O'Hare, and I just barely got to O'Hare. Like, I had one ride where it was weird. I got one short ride from the South Loop going to River North. Then River North, the guy put in the wrong address, so that ride went from like 20 minutes to 40 minutes. And then I just wrapped up another ride. Sorry it's so shaky, but the way the magnet's set up here, it's not really advantageous for vlogging. Okay. But I had an incident earlier. It's not bad. I think I've covered this before. I've had the same passenger twice, and she had cerebral palsy. So both times I've had this passenger, she had her walker with her. So I remember, like, she opened the door and she'd be like, can you give me a hand? And I'd be like, and I remember the first time it happened, I was about to say no. I was about to be like, no, I'm not comfortable. It's just like, because the rule is, I mean, to the best of my understanding, that we're not supposed to touch passengers. We're not supposed to, maybe like a handshake is okay, but we're not supposed to put our hands on a passenger, right? Like, it's a liability issue. We can get sued. Like, what if the passenger with cerebral palsy, what if I mishandled her in some way and she fell and hurt herself, like, and I'm the one taking responsibility for it? That's the way I've come to understand it. And I guess it doesn't happen that often, but I had a situation like that earlier tonight. Got a ride from around the Fulton Market. It was two people, and the guy that ordered the ride, he was in a wheelchair. So he comes up to the window and he's like, can you help me? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I thought he maybe just wanted to, like, hold on to my arm while he got it. I thought maybe he hurt his legs. And I said, okay, how are we doing this? And he told me that he doesn't have use of his legs, so he needs me to pick him up out of the chair and place him into the car. So he told me to put my arm underneath his legs, and he was going to grab my shoulder, and then that's how, and I was like, okay, simple enough. So I picked him up out of the chair and put him in the car, and then when we got to the destination, I picked him up out of the car and put him back in the wheelchair. And I like I said, when he first told me I need to help him into the car, I was like, obviously it's not the wrong thing to do. It's not right and wrong. It's just like, are there negative consequences for me if I mishandle this gentleman, if I hurt him even further? That's the part where, like, I had that gut reaction I had that idea in my head. I'm like, what if I drop this guy? What if, that's bad. It's gonna be my fault. All the liability falls on me in that situation. But that's where I got to thinking after the ride. Like, I don't mind having to help a passenger that's disabled. It's not, I don't mind at all. But I mean, maybe a light app feature could come in. Like, maybe the passengers could have texted me, be like, by the way, I'm in a wheelchair. Like, I'm in a wheelchair. I'm going to require additional assistance. Because, I mean, it wasn't an issue for me to pick this guy up and put him into the car. He was about 165, 170 pounds, maybe. That wasn't really an issue to move him around. But I'm I'm a relatively strong guy. A lot of other rideshare drivers aren't physically capable people. They're not, they don't work out, they don't take care of themselves, or they're much smaller or something, or they're in just really bad shape. Like, what if I didn't know how to pick this guy up and I blew my back out? What if I was a 115-pound girl? There's no way I'm picking this. There's no way a girl that small is picking this guy up and helping him into the car. Like, these are things that do happen, and sometimes we're not prepared to deal with it. Like, it's not on a case-by-case basis. If it wasn't me, who could have physically helped this guy into the car? Like, there's not that many drivers out there who are physically capable of doing such a task. Not because they don't want to, but because they just wouldn't be physically capable of doing it. So in that case, like, it's a weird thing, but I think the apps should, if you are a physically disabled person, then there should be an option to communicate with the apps, like let the driver know you're disabled, you're going to require additional assistance. If you can't or not comfortable with it, then you should be able to pass the ride along to someone who is comfortable dealing with this kind of situation. Because not everyone is, too. Like I said, I had my what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know. I had my sorry it's so shaky, guys. I'm using this magnet up here. I don't know. I didn't want to. My first reaction was to not help out. That's not because I'm a bad person, but because I didn't want anything to happen that could negatively impact me. Because I'm still thinking from the perspective of a driver. Like, we're not supposed to touch passengers. We're not supposed to put our hands on passengers. And even if they request us to do so, like, are we doing the correct thing? I'm not so sure about that. So I think that's something that needs to be communicated more, because it's you can't paint that with a broad brush. Like, these things happen. Unexpected things happen every single day. So yeah, I guess that's the point of the video I was trying to make in this video. Like, what could the apps do to improve the service for drivers and disabled passengers? Like, how can it improve? And should there be a way to communicate beforehand to kind of improve the possibility of having a capable driver handling the situation? What do you guys think? That's all I got for this one, guys. I want to thank y'all for watching. I'm going to bed in like 5 minutes. Everyone stay safe, stay driven, stay classy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.